I could play you my new demo if you like.
Oh, I don't need to hear your demo, Darren.
Stop without me. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, guys, well, it's time to fire up those imaginations because we've got a new Scribblenauts game to review.
Yes, and it's all about DC superheroes.
What makes a hero? Is it power? Is it speed? Is it facing your fear?
The Scribblenauts series has been around for years now, allowing players to solve puzzles by conjuring up virtually anything their minds can dream of, as long as there's a word for it.
This time out, little Maxwell and his sister Lily are sitting around one day enjoying their comic books when they start arguing over which superhero is best, Batman or Superman. So, Maxwell and Lily decide to settle their argument by combining their powers of creation to visit the DC universe for themselves. But it all goes terribly wrong when Lily's globe explodes, sending Starrites everywhere and leaving them stranded. Hex, I just had so much fun trying to think of DC characters that I know to see if they were in the game, and they pretty much all were.
Yeah, and there's thousands of them, which is really impressive. Plus, there's not just one version of each, but pretty much all of the versions. So you type in Batman, and you're given a whole range of Batmans to choose from.
You can never have too many Batman.
Now, this version of Scribblenauts is a bit different from previous games. It's broken up into 3 major universes, with Batman, Superman, and the Green Lantern all having their own sets of levels. So Batman has levels like Gotham City and Wayne Manor, while Superman has Metropolis and the Fortress of Solitude.
Each level is fairly open, but has one major mission where you can grab a precious Starrite piece. But since you're now in the role of a superhero, the focus of the game is actually on reputation points.
You use these points mostly for unlocking more levels, but each set of levels has its own type of reputation, so reputation earned in Superman's levels can only be used to unlock more Superman levels.
I like that you get less reputation points if you repeat words or use overly helpful words, because that encourages you to be creative.
And occasionally there's the trickster of the DC universe, with quite possibly the most difficult name to pronounce. Mr. Matrikazulatok? Mr. Mazikazita.
Mr. Therudi?
Hex, it's Mixiezpitalik.
Yes, thanks, Darren, that's the one.
Mazikazulatok.
So he will occasionally offer you double reputation in exchange for accepting certain challenges. So he could ask you to only use words that start with a D, or maybe just apply random adjectives to everything in the world. Although missions are random, so it may actually become impossible to solve some puzzles if you accept his challenge.
There's also now a superhero creator, so you can build your own characters. To be honest, I found it a bit underwhelming. It wasn't very easy to use, and it seemed like all you could do to customize your character was put stickers over them, which actually was really fiddly to do. I wanted to give Barjo Man a cape, but all it could do was put the cape on the front of him.
Also, it's worth noting that we played the PC version, but the Wii U and 3DS versions are essentially the same game, except the 3DS version does not feature the superhero creator, which is a tad unfair.
I really like the concepts and the ideas behind the Scribblenauts games. In fact, I like them more than actually playing the game. I just find the actual gameplay mechanics a bit dull. In other games, it's always been something like the camera or the controls that bothered me. But here, I just needed that combat to be better. And there's a much bigger focus on that combat this time around, but it's a bit of a mess. There's so much going on that you just end up hitting other characters and making them angry.
I quite like that craziness, Barjo. It's part of the Scribblenauts charm. Plus, what other game lets you summon the Justice League and dinosaurs to fight evil villains?
I think my expectations were just a bit high for this game because I love the ideas so much. I just don't think they executed it very well. So I'm giving this 6 out of 10 rubber chickens.
I think you're being too harsh. I think this is a wonderful toy box full of possibilities, so I'm giving it 8.
All this talk of superhero powers has made me want to go for a bit of a fly around the world.
Ooh, lucky for you, Darren.
Clear the launch pad, you two. Ready for takeoff!